Lord Ju was puzzled by Theo's sudden disappearance, wondering where he might have gone. Just then, Manor Head Go approached Lord Ju, expressing relief at seeing him healthy again. Manor Head Go mentioned that they had prepared wild ginseng, known for its health benefits, for Lord Ju. Surprised by Manor Head Go's presence, Lord Ju welcomed him and suggested they go inside. Lord Ju expressed his gratitude to Manor Head Go for his concern, acknowledging that he had improved significantly due to it. Manor Head Go reciprocates the sentiment, relieved to hear about Lord Ju's progress. He introduced a disciple highly regarded by Joel, skilled in medicine, suggesting that the disciple check Lord Ju's pulse. Lord Ju, impressed by the disciple's connection to Joel and reputation in medicine, welcomed the opportunity for the pulse examination. The man was taken aback by Lord Ju's current healthy state, remarking that he seemed as if he had never been ill for a long time. Lord Ju expressed relief at the news, grateful for his improved health. The man decided to continue enjoying the fireworks, displeased with the positive outcome. Lord Ju decided not to overexert himself and expressed his intention to leave, entrusting the remaining tasks to Juliana. Juliana reassured his father, promising to take care of everything and urging him to rest well. Lord Ju, resting in bed, reflected on his current state and how the past seemed distant and hazy. Suddenly, he noticed a figure and instinctively grabbed his sword, demanding to know the person's identity. The man, unfazed, instructed Lord Ju to be quiet, leading to Lord Ju's shock. The man further threatened to harm everyone present if Lord Ju acted rashly, causing Lord Ju to reluctantly drop his sword in response. Lord Ju inquired about the reason behind the alchemist's search for him. The man questioned Lord Ju's lack of surprise at encountering an alchemist and asked if there were any other alchemists present besides him. Lord Ju confirmed that he had indeed crossed paths with another alchemist previously. The man acknowledged the skill of the alchemist who had cured Lord Ju, recognizing their expertise in removing the latent insect. He commented on Lord Ju's fortune but inquired about the current whereabouts of that alchemist. Lord Ju revealed that the alchemist was currently in the residence and warned the man that the alchemist wouldn't stay idle if any harm came to Lord Ju. The man retrieved his weapon from his pouch, displaying arrogance as he threatened Lord Ju. He boasted about being able to eliminate Lord Ju without any repercussions, despite knowing about the alchemist's protection. Suddenly, Theo emerged from his concealment spell, expressing disbelief at the situation. Theo swiftly pointed his sword at the man's neck, revealing himself as the alchemist who cured Lord Ju. The man, realizing Theo's identity, acknowledged him as the alchemist responsible for Lord Ju's recovery. Theo confirmed his role in curing Lord Ju, asserting his presence and expertise. Lord Ju expressed his gratitude for Theo's presence. Theo apologized for intruding into Lord Ju's room due to the suspicious circumstances. Addressing the suspicious man, Theo made it clear that he only wanted answers to his questions and assured the man that no harm would come to him if he cooperated. He then directly asked the man why he wanted to kill Lord Ju, seeking an explanation for his actions. The man revealed that his master was the forefather of Wang, the governor of Nam, who was a highly esteemed alchemist among mortals. After his master recollected his mortal ties, he chose to look after the Wang family and instructed the man to carry out tasks for them. Theo found this information intriguing and encouraged the man to continue elaborating on the situation. The man disclosed that Wang intended to kill Ju to seize the position of county magistrate of District Li. Despite considering the motive trivial, the man was obligated to carry out the order on his master's behalf. Theo inquired about the alchemist master's name, prompting the man to suggest that Theo reveal his name and sect first. Theo introduced himself and clarified that he did not belong to any particular sect. Ivan introduced himself as being from the Iron Protector sect and identified his master as Elder Wang Baron from the same sect. Ivan assumed that Theo, being a wanderer, must be familiar with the Iron Protector sect and his master's name. Ivan requested Theo to lower his sword. Theo agreed to comply only if Ivan promised not to harm Lord Ju. In response to Ivan's questioning of Theo's interference despite knowing his master's orders, Theo suggested that there might be alternative ways to assist Wang without causing harm to Lord Ju. Ivan comprehended Theo's point, recognizing that conflicting with a skilled alchemist over a single mortal was unnecessary. Theo then lowered his sword, indicating his willingness to cooperate. Ivan, with a treacherous smile, betrayed Theo by launching an attack using a talisman like a torpedo, calling Theo a stupid fool. Theo swiftly used his shield to defend against the attack, acknowledging that Ivan was not to be trusted. Despite the confrontation, Ivan complimented Theo on successfully blocking the torpedo, noting the shield's effectiveness as a weapon. Theo, recognizing the gravity of the situation, remarked that they couldn't retreat at this point. In response to Ivan's attack with fire and ice skills, Theo utilized his skills by summoning the entreaty sword and executing the destruction sword arts. He focused on the yin and yang junction, synchronizing them at the 4th second for a powerful strike. Amidst the intense battle, a bear emerged from Ivan's pouch, prompting Ivan to command it to block Theo's attack, intensifying the confrontation. As Theo observed the bear summoned by Ivan, he noted that it could be suppressed into a defense pouch, a feat he couldn't achieve due to lacking materials. Theo swiftly defeated the bear in combat, impressing himself with the successful outcome. Ivan, taken aback by Theo's skill, expressed fear and surprise. In a quick maneuver, Theo outmaneuvered Ivan and remarked on Ivan's lack of experience compared to his level. Angered by Theo's comment, Ivan retaliated, but Theo ultimately emerged victorious in the confrontation, defeating Ivan with his sword. Theo inquired about Lord Ju's well-being, to which Lord Ju expressed gratitude for Theo's assistance. Theo advised Lord Ju to summon a trusted servant to handle the situation, emphasizing the importance of keeping the alchemist's death discreet to avoid any potential chaos. Lord Ju agreed with Theo's assessment and acknowledged the need for caution in managing the aftermath of the confrontation. Theo picked up the tool and informed Lord Ju that Ivan had no connection to the manor, indicating that he could be handled with moderation. Lord Ju expressed his trust in Theo's judgment and agreed to proceed as advised. Theo then requested Lord Ju to convey his greetings to Lady Juliana before mentioning that he had somewhere else to be. Finally, Theo bid farewell before departing. At District Choksan, Mount Wenshu, Theo sat sipping tea, marveling at the gathering of alchemists in one location. Wayne addressed Theo, referring to him as chief and reminiscing about their past encounter. Wayne introduced his little sister, Grace. Grace mentioned her profession as a calligrapher from Choksan. Theo warmly acknowledged their presence, recognizing Wayne and Grace from their previous interaction. 1 year earlier, at Mount Wenshu Market, Theo contemplated the challenge of alchemists not requiring mortal items, which hindered Juliana from making deals. Recognizing the necessity for materials and information to enhance the Genesis sword crafted by the masters, Theo devised a plan. He decided to sell unnecessary Dharma tools and accumulate as many spirit stones as possible to meet his objectives. Additionally, Theo planned to cast an advancement technique to render himself invisible to mortals for his upcoming endeavors. Customers at the market commented on a low-class Dharma tool, speculating about the seller's achievements at a young age. Wayne approached Theo, expressing interest in purchasing both Dharma tools and requesting to examine them. Wayne assured Theo of generous payment for the items he wished to acquire. Theo acknowledged Wayne and Grace, expressing delight at seeing them again. Wayne recalled his satisfaction with purchasing a quality Dharma tool from Theo previously. He mentioned Theo's past as a wandering alchemist without a sect and inquired if Theo had returned to sell Dharma tools once more. Theo confirmed that he had a few items to buy and sell during his current visit. Grace smiled and requested to see the Dharma tools first. Wayne agreed with her suggestion. Theo, recalling that he had sold items to them previously, expressed his desire to present the items to them once more. He introduced a bamboo flute named the Floral Flute for their consideration. Wayne acknowledged the considerable strength of the Dharma tool, the Floral Flute, recognizing its quality. He remarked on Grace's habit of inspecting good Dharma tools first. Grace humorously questioned the purpose of a tone-deaf brother having a bamboo flute. Grace inquired if she could use the Floral Flute to summon a fiend, specifying that it was a tame one that wouldn't cause harm unless provoked or commanded to attack. Theo recognized the fiend as a middle-class one named Black Snow Tiger. He noted that the Floral Flute was a Dharma tool capable of taming a fiend and, when paired with Grace's musical abilities, enhanced its utility even further. Grace expressed her interest in purchasing the bamboo flute, questioning Theo's decision to sell it. She mentioned that it typically costs around 5 middle-class spirit stones and eagerly agreed to buy it immediately. Wayne chimed in, suggesting a higher price of 7 spirit stones, implying it was a better deal. Theo accepted Wayne's offer, agreeing to the increased price. Grace joyfully responded to the agreed terms, expressing her satisfaction with the transaction. Theo mentioned his recent arrival in the Jeonying Nation and expressed uncertainty about the sects present in the area. Wayne acknowledged Theo's inquiry and agreed to provide information about the sects in the region. Wayne explained that Jeonnyang Nation is situated in Yangzhou and outlined the balance of 3 orthodox sects and 3 unorthodox sects in the region. The 3 justice sects include the Immortal Sect, Mount Ju Sect, and Awakened Sect, while the 3 evil sects consist of the Dauntless Association, Mendacity Sect, and Iron Protector Sect. Theo recognized the Iron Protector Sect, mentioning Elder Wang Baron, who had risen to his current position through considerable effort. Wayne affirmed that Elder Wang had achieved the law of spirit energy as an immortal, indicating his extraordinary status. Wayne recounted Elder Wang's past actions of targeting and eliminating the weakest alchemists to steal their pouch of abundance, a behavior reminiscent of the evil sect's methods. Theo acknowledged the information, recognizing the potential consequences if Elder Wang discovered Ivan's death, and the implications for the Ju family. Realizing the need to strengthen himself and prepare for potential challenges, Theo resolved to focus on personal growth and readiness. Wayne expressed concern about the potential trouble if the Iron Protector sect were to arrive in their area, considering their origins in District Choksan. Theo reassured Wayne, mentioning that he was currently focused on gathering information about the existing sects and was neutral in his affiliations as a wanderer. Wayne appreciated Theo's honesty and straightforward approach to the situation. Grace mentioned having an offer for Theo, piquing his interest. Theo eagerly requested Grace to share the details. Grace then revealed their intention to capture a fiend and asked for Theo's assistance in the endeavor. Grace informed Theo about a high-level fiend named Fragrance Tracer Feline residing in the area, known for its challenging capture due to its keen sense of smell. She suggested that locating a sacred herb would aid in tracking and capturing the fiend. Theo reflected on his unfamiliarity with this particular fiend, attributing it to his limited knowledge from his time at Jeonnyang Nation. Theo inquired about how he could assist in the capture of the Fragrance Tracer Feline. Grace explained that they had devised a plan for the capture, involving Theo aggressively attacking the fiend to draw its attention towards him. Wayne announced their arrival at the location to commence their hunt for the Fragrance Tracer Feline. Considering the fiend's tendency to climb and play in high places, they speculated it might be at the top of a tree. Wayne used a talisman to set a magical trap and confirmed if Grace had brought the necessary item. Grace playfully responded, assuring Wayne that she had brought the best herbs for the task and teasing him for insinuating otherwise. Wayne raised a concern about the Fragrance Tracer Feline potentially detecting their scent and avoiding them. Grace dismissed the possibility, mentioning that the fiend wouldn't be deterred by just 3 alchemists at the heavenly birth level. Suddenly, Theo interjected, alerting them that the fiend was already in their vicinity. Wayne urged to subdue the feline immediately as it let out a scream. Grace reacted by attacking and setting up a trap to capture the fiend. Theo, observing the situation, questioned if his assistance was truly required, considering their capabilities. Wayne and Grace then inquired anxiously if they had successfully captured the Fragrance Tracer Feline. The Fragrance Tracer Feline used its claws to break free from the trap, causing concern for Wayne as they had utilized numerous talismans without success. Grace acknowledged the fiend's strength, indicating that they had anticipated such a challenge. Wayne reiterated the feline's formidable power and then called upon Theo for assistance. As the fiend attacked and destroyed the trap entirely, the situation intensified. Theo swiftly used his shield to defend against the feline's attack, realizing the extent of its strength. He recognized the fiend's formidable power as anticipated. Theo then decided to employ a delicate jade staff in response to the escalating situation. Grace successfully captured the Fragrance Tracer Feline using her pouch and expressed her gratitude to Theo. She explained that she needed to depart urgently but promised to properly thank him when they meet again. Wayne elaborated on the difficulty of taming the fiend, emphasizing that it was a challenging task. When Theo inquired about the challenges of taming the fiend, Wayne explained that if the Fragrance Tracer Feline remained untamed for a few days, it would ultimately take its own life. Wayne mentioned that while there were various methods to tame the Fragrance Tracer Feline, they were insufficient for the task. Fortunately, they had the floral flute which could aid in the process. Theo acknowledged Grace's likely busyness. Wayne emphasized that providing the floral flute was part of their promised compensation. He apologized for abruptly leaving to assist Grace and urged Theo to visit their manor soon, as it would be a beneficial opportunity for him as well. Wayne expressed his desire to discuss something important with Theo, emphasizing his hope that Theo would visit. Reflecting on the situation, Theo found Wayne and Grace to be quite eccentric and pondered if joining them to capture the fragrance tracer feline was necessary. Considering his journey thus far, he contemplated searching for sacred herbs. While wandering in the mountains, Theo lamented his lack of success in finding anything of value for 2 days. He expressed a tinge of jealousy towards Grace, who had managed to capture the fragrance tracer feline. Theo considered the possibility that the feline itself might have cleared out all the nearby sacred herbs, contributing to his fruitless search. Theo spotted a cave and contemplated whether he should enter it, noticing a significant space. He observed fog flowing into the cave and heard the distinct sounds of a feline meowing and growling. Realizing it was the offspring of the fragrance tracer feline, Theo recalled the tragic fate of the Jade Ravine boar that had met its end at the hands of Geo, dragon god. Observing the fierce determination of the feline, Theo marveled at its strong will. He pondered what the feline's reaction would be in the presence of the winter coconut. Theo then addressed the feline, offering the winter coconut to it. He noticed the feline struggling to break the shell and kindly offered to split it open for the feline to enjoy its contents freely. The feline wagged its tail happily while eating the winter coconut offered by Theo. Recalling advice from the second Master Samuel about taming fiends, Theo understood the importance of infusing them with power akin to their attributes. However, when Theo attempted to touch the feline, it evaded him and displayed signs of anger. Theo recognized the fiend's exceptional nature and contemplated using a unique method. Determined to lower the feline's guard, Theo humorously decided to rub his body with its excrement as a tactic to see who would emerge victorious in their interaction. 8 days later, Theo addressed the feline, acknowledging its reluctance to enter the defense pouch for the time being. He communicated to the feline that it would need to enter the pouch later on, ensuring they were on the same page. The feline responded with a simple meow, indicating its understanding and agreement. In District Lee, at the Jew family's mansion, Juliana greeted Theo upon his return. Theo inquired about the well-being of everything in the mansion. Juliana informed him that Manor head Go, who was investigating the deceased alchemist, had searched for information without success and returned without divulging much. Theo reassured Juliana, expressing confidence that everything would be fine for the time being. Juliana expressed her concern about Theo's absence, mentioning that she had been worried. Theo explained to Juliana that he had initially planned to return quickly, but unforeseen events had caused a delay. Juliana expressed her gratitude for Theo's return and offered to bring him a change of clothes. Theo graciously accepted her offer, thanking her for the gesture. Theo attempted to offer the feline some sacred herbs, but it turned its head away, showing disinterest. Theo humorously remarked on the feline's lack of enthusiasm even for inexpensive sacred herbs, comparing the difficulty of taming it to the complexity of making Dan pills. He pondered if his struggles in taming the feline were a form of punishment for his inability to protect the Jade Ravine boar from someone named Geo in the past. The feline displayed anger, prompting Theo to call it a brat and acknowledge its challenging nature. Reflecting on his situation, Theo thought about his progress in alchemy, having only reached the 6th stage of the heavenly birth level despite making Dan pills from market-bought sacred herbs. He contemplated the difficulty of advancing his level with lower-grade herbs. Lastly, Theo warned the feline not to harm itself by touching something potentially dangerous. Theo decided to give the feline a new name, Manhwa, due to its mischievous nature. Wan in Mandarin means to play and have fun. He thought it suited the feline well. Excited about their next adventure, Theo proposed that they journey to District Choksan to acquire winter coconuts and high-level sacred herbs. Wan responded with a meow, indicating its agreement and readiness for the upcoming quest. Theo arrived at Wayne's residence and introduced himself to the guard, stating his purpose to meet young Master Wayne. Wayne hurriedly greeted Theo, expressing his anticipation for Theo's arrival and relieved that he hadn't forgotten about their meeting. Theo mentioned that it had been a while since they last met, coming out of curiosity due to Wayne's earlier mention of having something to discuss. Theo then inquired about the fragrance tracer feline and whether Grace had managed to tame it successfully. Wayne shared that Grace had been confident in her abilities, but as anticipated, taming the feline proved to be a challenging task. Theo inquired about the fate of the fragrance tracer feline, prompting Wayne to explain that if the fiend wasn't tamed promptly, it would ultimately take its own life. Wayne expressed regret, mentioning that perhaps they should have let it go instead of persisting in taming it. Theo empathized with Grace, acknowledging the potential heartbreak she must be experiencing. Wayne appreciated Theo's concern and suggested they continue their discussion inside. Reflecting on Wanwan's feline mother's unfortunate fate, Theo contemplated keeping Wanwan's existence hidden to avoid potential jealousy. However, he decided to focus on the present situation. Theo reminded Wayne of their discussion, prompting Wayne to mention that instead of a discussion, he had something to offer Theo. Theo expressed curiosity about Wayne's offer. Wayne then mentioned the concentrated spirit land. Theo inquired if it was a place known for being inhabited by fiends with potent spirit energy and where rare sacred herbs flourished. The concentrated spirit land, realizing that he had not considered it before due to the inherent dangers of places like the Forest of Beasts. Wayne confirmed Theo's understanding, mentioning that there were a total of 9 sites of concentrated spirit land in Yangzhou. He further revealed that their family, the Choksan family, oversaw a location known as the Lone Spirit Land. Theo inquired about Wayne's involvement in managing the concentrated spirit land, to which Wayne confirmed that it was jointly managed with influential families in Yangzhou. Wayne explained that these families were currently recruiting skilled alchemists because the Lone Spirit Land opened once every 10 years, with the time approaching soon. Wayne noted that they were seeking someone who possessed a portable Dharma tool to cover the expansive area of the concentrated spirit land and had superior skills compared to other alchemists in the field. He expressed his belief that Master Theo fit these criteria perfectly and extended an invitation for Theo to join them on their expedition to the Lone Spirit Land. In the Lone Spirit Land at Clear Postal County, Polonia Prefecture, Yangzhou, Theo reflected on how alchemists at the early stage of the law of spirit energy were comparable to those at the heavenly birth level. Theo realized that the materials he was searching for would likely overlap with what these alchemists were seeking as well. During the announcement in the Lone Spirit Land, the man emphasized the rules to everyone present. He stated that after the deadline of 1 month passed, the exit would be blocked, preventing anyone from leaving until the land was opened again. Furthermore, he warned that individuals who remained inside after the deadline would be trapped until the next opening. Those who were stuck inside for 10 years would face consequences, including having all sacred herbs and fiend corpses confiscated upon their eventual release. Theo realized the urgency of the situation and the need to swiftly navigate past the 180 alchemists to acquire the required sacred herbs and Niden. Wayne informed Theo that once he entered, the other participants would scatter. Grace cautioned Theo about a powerful fiend emerging from the center, advising him to be cautious. Theo acknowledged their guidance, expressing gratitude, and wishing them both good luck in their endeavors as well. As the man announced the unlocking of the seal and the opening of the entrance, Theo realized that with everyone scattered to different locations, it was the opportune moment to begin his search. Calling Wanwan, the feline, to join him, Theo instructed it to smell the fragrance of each sacred herb he picked and remember it well. Theo promised to reward Wanwan with plenty of winter coconuts if it could help him find sacred herbs. Wanwan responded with an enthusiastic meow. Observing Wanwan's reactions, Theo deduced that a sacred herb must be nearby. He noted that the heightened intensity of spirit energy in the area meant that sacred herbs were likely abundant and easily visible. In the Forest of Beasts, Theo had overlooked sacred herbs that he didn't need. However, in the crowded environment of the Lone Spirit Land with numerous alchemists present, Theo realized he could exchange any unneeded sacred herbs for spirit stones. Determined to make the most of this opportunity, Theo decided to pick up every sacred herb he came across. Theo walked through the muddy terrain and recognized that the real challenge began now, as the sacred herbs needed for the later stages of heavenly birth were sagebrush and sorghum. Theo recalled that these herbs were known to thrive by absorbing nutrients from corpses in swampy environments like the one he was traversing. Theo observed flying bugs in the vicinity, while also noticing a man skillfully combating the bugs. Reflecting on the situation, Theo realized that the area's intense spirit energy made it a habitat for fiends that were challenging to spot. Theo noticed the sagebrush, a sacred herb he was seeking. He observed the man running into fiends while attempting to pick up the sacred herb. Theo deliberated whether he should seize the opportunity to take the sagebrush while the man was engaged in combat. Remembering Wayne's advice that sacred herbs in the Lone Spirit Land were ownerless until someone physically held them, Theo considered the implications of claiming the sagebrush in the midst of the chaos. A sudden turn of events unfolded as another man appeared, attempting to grab the sagebrush. He excused himself and emphasized the importance of one's skills, asking not to be resented. However, before he could claim the herb, a high-level fiend, a swamp golem, emerged and bit his arm, causing him to fall to the ground. Theo recognized the danger of the situation as the formidable fiend made its presence known. Theo pondered whether the appearance of the swamp golem was predicted in anticipation of an alchemist's arrival. A man expressed frustration at the unexpected encounter with a high-level fiend and quickly flew away, indicating his lack of readiness to face such a formidable foe. Theo observed the man's retreat and concluded that he might not have been skilled enough to confront the high-level fiend. However, feeling confident in his abilities and knowledge of the swamp golem's weak points, Theo saw an opportunity worth pursuing and prepared to face the challenge. Is he going to win,